And we are live, everyone. Welcome. Let us begin. When last we left our adventurers, they gathered in Vergent City in preparation for a siege to come. But to begin our tale today, we step back in time to moments before this era, moments before this group, when it was just two, one of them locking up a general store and the other coming to check in on their husband-to-be. A young Mara, not yet Littlefoot, makes her way to find Dave. Rain drips softly as the day's about to end, and Dave says, "Oh, hey Mara!" And he jingles a coin purse and says, "Look, I got it! We've got enough! We can buy a house!"
Mara is going to rush into his arms and give him a big kiss and say, "Oh, Davey, I'm so proud of you."
He'll embrace you in return. Say, "Yeah, me too. I can't wait to have a family." How many kids do you think we should have?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe just 2 or 3. That'd be enough for me.
Sounds like a good start to me.
I'm sorry, what now?
I'm just kidding around, halfling traditions and all, big families. Who knows where we'll end up?
Yeah.
Let's get off to it then. And he takes Mara by the hand, and they begin walking towards their current home, and perhaps dreaming of the home to be that is theirs. But now we come to Mara in the present, who stands amongst Vergent City, looking one small woman in one big city for that lost husband. Her path will take her where many paths take folks, and that is to the Gentle Plenty Tavern, an inn where a number are staying, and Mara now comes to visit and catch up with friends.
Great.
When she enters, she will hear the voices of Rose and Shael discussing something. What is the matter of conversation this morning?
If Mara's only hearing parts, it would be something like blah, 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 black dragon, blah, 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 gentle repose, blah, 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 could you revive it? Maybe, blah, 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 new friend, blah, blah, blah. She's only hearing parts. That's kind of what she's hearing.
Right.
The response to this response that Rose would have to a lot of this is like, all right, hang on. First of all, this is a terrible idea. Second, this is a worse idea. You don't know how bad of an idea this is. You'll also hear a history of like what happened 20-something years ago.
Let me tell you about my
Rose
father's campaign with dragons.
Right, let me explain my family's history with dragons. We don't like reviving them. We really only like killing them.
But this was a young one, a small one. I'm sure it wouldn't be much trouble.
As this conversation is occurring, a dwarven barkeep skids around the corner. It says, "Hello! Welcome! I'm Tarzan Deepmug. Have you been to the Gentle Plenty before?" He extends a hand and shakes yours with vigor.
She will match his energy. And say, "Oh, that's very nice to meet you. I'm Mara Littlefoot. No, I have not been here before, but I'm just I'm meeting some friends."
Oh, very.
And she's sort of like,
"Oh, excuse me, sorry. Got a bit of a cold. They're right over. I don't know. We've got new friends everywhere.
And she'll say, "Oh, thanks very much for the warm welcome." And kind of try and like scoot around him a little bit so she can get to him.
He's doing the I'm very gracious thing where he's accidentally in your way all the time, trying to like show you the way.
And she's like, and she's doing the like, oh, just gonna scooch past you there, like.
Eventually, he's out of your way. Says, let Rick over here at the bar know if you need any drinks.
And she'll give a nod. And hang out with the girls, the gals.
Aww. That's us.
Yeah. And yeah, say, "Hey, you two. How long has it been? How much time has passed since
last you were with the group?
Yeah.
It's probably been about a week. I mean, you've been here for a little bit of time. I mean, you've been searching for Dave, coming up with few ends, unfortunately. But a new opportunity may be just about to walk through the tavern doors. And that comes in the form of this man.
Person.
As at a first moment, it was a man, and then you're like, oh no, it's just another one of the girls.
Yeah.
One of the
Or is it a man?
gals.
Girl.
Lucy, you are...
Gender's fake.
Exactly. You are looking for some strong swords, some able spells, because with the aid of Serenostes, you have cornered the Hand. Their leadership, in its route to exit Virgin City, is now bottlenecked. Serenostes covers the width of the sewers, preventing their escape that way. You've even had the offer of aid from one of Gwei here and some of the other group's friends, a spider woman, to aid in your endeavor, especially if you would mention to her that there is a dark elf among them. She will web up a number of the surface entrances to the sewers, or exits as it would be. That leaves but one way out for your quarry, and one place for you to set a trap: the sewage fields on the edge of Virgin City. But you can't do it alone, and Gael has had enough for a little while after his court proceedings in the Nine Hells that you just completed.
Yes, I'm sure he and his sister have a lot of catching up to do.
So you're here.
Okay.
Why don't you introduce
Lucy's probably gonna. Yeah, Lucy's probably gonna take a quick look around. She's like, who to choose? I could open it up to everybody, but
If you listen closely, you hear a crazy little 15-year-old talking excitedly about resurrecting a young black dragon, if that happens to catch your attention.
God.
that
friend
sounds
being-
about right.
Hey, calm down, hun.
I think like Lucy is probably heading over to this direction because Lucy recognizes this group of people. Oh, but also recognizes their one-time
So many
lover.
friends. Jesus, so many friends.
That being the Warforged.
Yes. But maybe
Lucy slept
maybe
with a
does it-
robot. Yes,
Yeah.
this happened.
Well, alrighty, as one does. As
I mean,
one
get it,
does.
but
oh yeah. So
As you do.
but probably didn't notice. Yeah, probably didn't notice them in the corner, and so probably is on their way to see Natas, and Latifolia, but on the way there, here's this 15-year-old girl talking about resurrecting a black dragon, and she's like, Excuse you.
I'm sorry,
I could
what?
not help but hear an interesting conversation. Are you all, by any chance, adventurers? Those who are good with sword, bow, and takes a quick look around and like kind of leans in, like maybe some magic.
Well, I haven't been on many adventures, but the ones I have been on have been very adventurous indeed. And I am not shy about, well, no, I'm no longer shy about hiding my capabilities as magic user. It's okay that I do magic. No one will get mad.
Victor, is this
Mara
Lucy's
is,
first
like-
time meeting any of these three?
I
I
believe
think
so. Yeah.
so.
Well,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Lucy met Sister Flitter Glitter, but never
Yes.
Shael. Yeah.
Yes.
Please then continue.
Very different.
Just
Very
needed
different.
Needed that check-in.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Mara is instant because, like, yeah, it's your first time meeting them. Mara is very suspicious of this random person that just like walked up. Her, because I think
Could
like
be.
Rose and Mara were trying to get Shael to be like, shh, like stop talking about resurrecting a black dragon. And then this person is like, interesting, resurrecting a black dragon, huh? Are you adventurers? Can you do magic? So she's gonna. Mara's gonna roll an insight check on this person.
Oh, if only
to see
Lucy
what
had been
they're
with us in Shael's house with her family and the father asking him to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So what kind of insight check?
yeah,
Like what do you
we
want to
inform-
know?
She
inform
is
Tracy
trying to
about
figure
the entire
out like
NDA situation that she
We did
signed.
not get a chance to.
You signed an
We
NDA
will-
to not disclose the business secrets of the Deathbinder family,
Right.
all right, sure.
Yeah.
including their
Signed
undead
an
army
NDA.
for hire.
Yeah,
Alright,
the
I'm
zombie
assuming
army
that
her
extends-
father's trying to raise.
Oh wow.
I'm assuming that the NDA extends both.
And of course, what
during
is
life
this one
and
doing?
after it.
Wandering around in a bar. I want to resurrect a black dragon for the army. Jesus, kid, what's wrong with you?
No, she
Nasty
never said for
stuff.
the army. She never said for the army. She wants it
Because-
for her. There's
Oh,
a
God.
difference.
To answer your question, Mara is trying to figure out what this person's intentions are. If
Yeah.
they are like almost like alignment. Like what is
Okay. So you can I would say, Jake Henry, if you would let me take the reins on this one.
Go for it.
Yeah, I would say with a 13, you would get the sense that Lucy is definitely interested in what you all have to say, like in terms of like what your capabilities are. You do get the sense that like Lucy is looking for adventurers, is looking for people to hire. You probably get the sense that Lucy may not always be on the right side of the law. They kind of have this kind of like, you do what you want.
As this conversation is
Oh.
happening, a couple of the others will make their way over to the bar to get refills on their various drinks, and Margie will say, "Hi, Lucy."
Hello, dear.
Just a passing
seeing
greeting.
you.
I think a combination of like what she gleans from the insight check and also the fact that like other people that we know them. She's a little like, yes, we're I guess you could say we're adventurers. Why do you ask?
Excellent. Well, it just happens to be that I and some people I know need some help with a certain project. You see, there are some people, there's an organization in the city that's, how do I say, not so good. And my crew and I are trying to, make it so that they're not a threat to the city anymore. And it just so happens that we pretty much have them on the ropes. We just need that one last push to really, try to stake in, if you will.
Did you say that there's a threat to my city? There's already a threat, a very big threat coming. We really don't need another threat.
Exactly.
So, what kind of threat are we talking about? Because then at that point, I feel it would be my duty as a citizen of the city that's about to be destroyed from another threat to maybe help deal with this threat now.
Yes. You know, for such a young person, you have such wisdom in you. You see, the organization I'm talking about is. Have you heard of the Hand?
We all perk up.
I'm gonna guess the 15-year-old has not, but I will gladly roll for it. This is I don't remember.
Asshole threatened your dog?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wait, Rodrigo.
Yes.
Okay, then yes, she has her because she still has an ass kicking save for that dude. So yes, she has.
Yes. So if you've heard of the Hand, then you know that the Hand is a very prominent criminal organization with their dirty hands and everything within Virgin City. My compatriots and I are currently in the process of routing them. And I'm sure you would agree, a Virgin City without the Hand is better off for it. So, if you agree with my with this ideology, maybe I could hire you. We can, you could help me out with this.
Well, let me ask this. Do you have any maybe very strong friends who, in turn, would want to help defend the city against the bigger threat that is coming? Many monsters, big armies, things that would like to destroy and take over the city. In exchange for helping you, would you then in turn be willing to help later on?
With this, Lucy probably just kind of like leans back a bit and just kind of like looks at all of you. You can do an insight check if you want, to see anything, I guess. I don't know, but like we'll then kind of like have a little smirk and she's like, just out of curiosity, this bigger threat, it wouldn't happen to be. Of course she would. It wouldn't happen to deal with I don't know, wizards, minotaurs, and the like.
Quite possibly monsters. I think is lots of monsters coming from the north, from the Badlands. And they I believe the adult phrase is hell-bent on destroying the city.
Yes,
and I would like to do everything possible to stop my city from being destroyed because I live here and well, for the most part, I like living here.
Okay. And you want to again leads and whispers, resurrect a black dragon?
Well, some gnomes killed him. Well, yes, Rosie would do that. He before I had a chance to talk to him and ask him if he would help defend the city, some gnomes killed him. So the best I could do was stop his body from decaying long enough to ask Rosie to please go and bring him back to life, so I could then ask him if he'd be willing to help me defend the city.
I'll add a note for Lucy. Lucy does know that resurrection spells are costly, and so if they had any intent on offering pay for this job, that could certainly be a direct point of interest to drive.
Well, Rosie'd be the one incurring the cost, so Shael's not worried about the money. It's not her money.
Well, but Lucy could offer in advance to cover the cost.
Well, it's also the bigger issue is that Rosie is very, very, very sure she can resurrect people. Rosie's not exactly 100% sure she can actually resurrect a dragon.
Does
That's okay, because the 15-year-old believes in you.
I think it just says creature.
That's what I mean. That's where I'm like, listen, I've never tried that before. I know it's possible. I've never done it. And this goes against everything my family actually literally stands for. So, divine intervention could still occur and tell it no. I'm just saying it could happen.
Right. So okay. So this is all fascinating and interesting. I think, as it stands, our goals do align. So I am willing, if you were to help me, I am willing to hire you and pay a considerable amount for you to help me in my endeavor. Of course, the goal is surely help you in yours. I will let you sit on this, think about it for a bit, think of a number, if you will, while I get us a round of drinks.
Oh,
And
don't
Lucy
worry
will.
about it, this blonde-haired woman in noble clothing says, I'll get them for you, dear. Gives a wink to you, Lucy.
Lucy gives a smile. I don't think it would be difficult to see that this is a very forced smile. Lucy's obviously knows this person and is on friendly terms, but Lucy's very obviously annoyed by this person.
Bringing back 4 mugs of alcohol and putting them on the table, says, there you go. And then she kind of leans herself over the railing and starts giving Lucy a shoulder rub. Says, how's that
you.
feel?
The 15-year-old shoves the alcoholic beverage in Mara's direction because she knows she's not old enough to drink.
Mara will instinctually reach for it.
Here you go, Mara.
Also,
this was not meant for me.
Yeah, and Lucy will just kind of just sit there while having their shoulders rubbed, just Grace, thank you. This is quite nice, but out of curiosity, is there something in particular that you needed from me, or are you just here for...
You know, Cernastes is down in the sewers. I thought I'd help out where I could.
Right. Okay.
Mara is going to ask, suddenly interested, where exactly would we be fighting these fellas? Where do we need to go?
If I remember, J.K., you said that it's essentially one exit of these sewers. Okay, so is the plan
It'd be
to
the
fight
southwestern sewage fields.
Yeah, so south. Okay, is the plan to set up an ambush just outside of it or inside? Just outside. Yep. All right, then I would convey that information.
Okay.
Yeah, just outside the southwest sewage fields. We're gonna lay an ambush when they come out. Once we properly identify that they are who we do plan on eliminating, they'll we go in for the attack.
Mara will ask, so would you say you're fairly familiar with sources?
I couldn't quite
you
catch that. Yeah.
Try
again. Can you repeat that a bit?
Oh, she was asking if you are familiar with the sewers and the sewer system.
To a certain extent. I mean, who wants to know the ins and outs of the sewage system? But in my time, I have needed to go down there, so I know a little bit here and there. What do you ask?
As Lucy's having this mention, a waitress comes by and brings some food to this other table, then passes by and just stops for a moment and says, oh yeah, Lucy knows all about the sewers.
No, not all about the sewers.
Mara looks back at them like...
That's one of Mark's guest characters.
Yeah. Wow, Lucy really does know everybody, huh?
There may be some glitter down in those sewers. If you find some glitter down there, don't be surprised.
Mara will sort of think for a second, and she also noticeably has not touched the beers. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna have to give us a reconnect, Tracy. You're giving a bup.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try that again.
All right. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. she'll think for a second and say, I don't know about you two, but I'm in.
Lucy
Ah,
will
crap!
just,
I have to keep you guys alive again, don't I? Oh man, why do you guys rope
Um,
me into these things?
What else would you be doing
I
with your time, Rosie?
This is a good
um,
point. Rosie
well,
has no comeback for this. She's like, that is not the point.
the
All right, fine.
young
It's not
black
the only point.
the young black dragon can wait a little while. If that's what you're worried about.
Mhm.
And yes, I feel that it is my duty to help protect my city a little longer until I have to help protect this city again.
what are they doing right there? All right.
Nobbit the imp comes out of invisibility after Grace finally takes a seat, leaving you alone. And Nobbit
Mhm.
appears and just gives a little slap on the cheek to her. She says, "Ow, why would you do that, you little fiend?" And he gives a and then flies and sits on Lucy's shoulder.
Jesus.
Nobbit, behave. You know you shouldn't be doing that. And like whispers, just like, good job.
So you have an
Oh.
accord, though I suppose a price has not been agreed upon. But
Yes.
it's too late for that, as you hear a "Ow! As a skeletal dog rushes in the front doors of the tavern,
What?
bounding up the stairs
I was gonna hop into him.
and
Got
immediately
him back.
making his way to Shael to pounce on her as a well-dressed man comes rushing in the door. Say, "Hey, a dog! Dog, come back!" Oh, never mind.
Oh, it's fine, Papa. He was looking for me. Good job, BB. You found me. And she will just throw her arms around him and hug him. Um,
He called him
uh,
dog.
looking at our
Dog.
newfound friend at the table.
All 63% of it.
Right. Yep.
he does his best. This is BB. It stands for Barker Bones. He is my best friend. And he is a very good dog. Good job, you found me, BB. Good job. And she will just hug him for all she's worth.
Aww.
Hello, Papa. You remember Rosie and Mara, and this is our new friend. That I'm so sorry, I don't remember if you said your name. But this is a new friend. We are going to help. Well, I probably shouldn't say because then you'll tell me I can't. So never mind. We are just enjoying.
That's
Sitting
exactly
here.
what you say to your parent.
Yeah.
He'll give a sigh and say,
Mara's like,
"Elder Gway here's keeping watch over you, yes?"
Very much so. Elder
Right.
is very nice and very kind. Yes.
Well, you have some, call it some leeway in what you're doing today, because a father would like to spend some time with his daughter. Tell me, perhaps I can get in on this expedition. What are we doing? Are we headed over to the markets to purchase some extravagant jewelry or clothing? Perhaps some gifts for your mother? Are we going to make a little run around the city and maybe spot some animals? What is it that you like to do these days, Shael?
Well, there's a man who is the one who actually found BB for me when BB was lost, and we were going to go and pay him a visit. He and some of his friends.
Right. Where is this man? Who's this man?
I believe he currently is spending his time in the sewers.
In the sewers? Shael, what kind of people are you
yes.
associating yourself with?
At this, Lucy will step up. It's like, excuse me, sir. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Lucy.
Yes,
I
pleasure
am-
to meet you. I have met the others downstairs, and and gives you a firm handshake, Lucy, and says, "I feel like I've seen your face somewhere before, but I can't
Oh, you
place it."
may not. I have that kind of face. So
Right.
But please do not be concerned. Your daughter is in quite safe hands, I believe, from her compatriots. And I have, yes, absolutely. Lucy will say, we're simply going to go to the southeast. Yeah, southeast
Southwest.
fields. Southwest. We're simply going to go to the southwest fields and possibly meet with said acquaintances, as she said, meet the one that found BB.
Well, surely it would be good for you to have the most reputable coroner in the city and one of the top businessmen, as well as the Empress has just approved the proposal. He gives a grin to those who've signed the NDA and his daughter.
Well,
Tara's like-
congratulations. I hope the best for you. I myself can be somewhat considered, I too am kind of a business person myself. So
Excellent. What fields do you work in?
Business.
Oh, Jesus.
a little, yeah,
Jesus.
What?
yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I have my hands in quite a few different enterprises, honestly.
Entrepreneur. All right. I like it. I like it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh no.
But
So,
he then steals his face for but a moment and gives you that glare of suspicion.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's fine. Lucy's used to it. So in actually, which brings me back in terms of business, looks at the rest of the group. So do you have a price? I did say I'm willing to pay you. So is there, we can talk, negotiate.
What kind of
Rosie's
meeting is this that
actively
requires
been
pay?
looking.
Go ahead, Riz. Go ahead, Jake.
Rosie's like actively like looking through like Regent's like average like market price stuff. It's like, well,
Does anybody have the modify memory spell? Because the 15-year-old's just asking for reasons. Like,
For
you're the
no
wizard.
suspicious
Why don't you
reasons
have
whatsoever.
the modify memory spell?
any way to make the father forget about this conversation.
I don't have
I got a-
modified memory.
I got a big stick.
Rosie would prefer at least
There you go.
1,000 gold. That gives her 2 cracks at raising dead.
Ooh. What do you think, Lucy?
Whether that's
a price.
Whether that's an acceptable. I mean, listen, I would like 2. If I can only get 1, I'd be okay with that too.
So
Because I need,
one-
we need or the straight materials, which I think is a whole buttload of diamonds.
Right. So 2,000, but you're willing to go down to 1,000. I
Although
think
it says, and I quote, a diamond worth at least 500 gold pieces. So in theory, 1,000 gold is 2 of those diamonds.
okay.
Might be handy to have 2.
Got it.
Yeah, one
If
for
not,
now,
only
one for later.
might do.
Yeah. So
We
Lucy
might need
will
the one
say,
for later. Yes, I don't trust any of you to stay alive that all much longer.
One for now,
Where'd
one for
Dirk go?
later.
Where's Dirk? I want to glare at Dirk in this bar. Where was he?
Yeah,
He's there. He's there.
He's
Guys,
currently
I
having an
know.
intense
Say that Dirk
conversation
can't
with
even
the robot
hear me,
man.
and I glare at Dirk.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would say, so Lucy would think about this for a bit. 1,000 for 2 diamonds worth 500. Well,
Well,
Okay,
to
Mr.
be fair,
Moneybags,
Equations.
Nick 6K last adventure.
Jesus.
No, I try to.
yeah. To be fair, you don't have to pay us everything now. It could be some now, some later, after we have gone and visited the friend in the sewers that we want to go visit.
Okay, that seems reasonable. So how about this? I'll go ahead and pay you the 500. At the end of our meeting, I will pay you, depending on how it goes, I'll pay you the extra 500, and we can leave things open for negotiation to see whether or not we can continue our association with one another as needs be. Sounds good? Excellent. I'm glad we came to a consensus. And Lucy will go ahead and just kind of like take out a pouch, a pretty hefty pouch, actually. And just like kind of like dish out, 500 gold right there.
Rose, you
So-
can put that in your bag.
So
Oh,
please feel
okay,
free
I
to
will
look it over.
accept.
So please count it if you will, double check it. But if when you are ready, I will meet you outside. Thank you. And Lucy will then kind of look over at Grace and just like, well, if you like to come along.
Oh, of course, she'll say.
I love
Rose
the
in a-
like
in
Jesse
about,
and
like-
James like energy going on right now.
You don't know the half of it with this woman.
No.
Oh God.
in a hilarious display of what appears to be like the level of a professional poker player counting chips, Rosie has that stuff counted in maybe like 60 or 90 seconds. Like it's like
Goddamn.
there are stacks, they get lined up, and then they just disappear back into the bag. It's like we're good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's like really casual about it, and it's just like she's clearly done a whole bunch of this bartering stuff before. It's like, okay, like
Yeah.
let's go.
So, I don't think you'd want to get your very nice clothes dirty down in the sewers. And I also wouldn't like BB's fur to get dirty. So maybe,
That's all
Papa,
right. We can
you
leave
could...
the dog with the elder. Let's go. He takes your
I-
hand and starts
I-
pulling you along.
Oh boy.
I thought maybe you could take BB for a nice walk.
I've just been
but-
taking BB for a walk. BB's all walked out. Come, I'm curious to meet these friends of yours.
Oh Jesus! All right,
Okay.
so
Ah.
Shael is just gonna ask Gray Hair, Margie, and them, who have now met BB and are familiar
Yeah,
with
Gray
BB
Hair is
and the
actively
cast.
giving the booga 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 to a little
Yeah.
undead dog.
Yeah. Shael will give them all a pleading look, and if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on BB, he won't be much trouble while we are away. And she was just like kind of like with her head drooped. If she had a tail, her tail would be drooping, her ears would be drooping, and she's just gonna follow along and give Mara a pleading look. Like, I don't know what to do about this. And yep, she'll follow along.
So, you make your way out of the Gentle Plenty in the middle district of the city. Your path taking you out the main southern gates and towards the edge of the warehouse district, but from the outside. Here you arrive at the exit to the sewers. As you're walking, Shael, your father will inform you there's something very special that I'm going to need to begin training you how to do when we get home tonight. It's part of the deal with the Virgin Empress.
Of course. I haven't had a chance to speak with Lord Mir to know if he is okay with me helping with that. I don't think he will be, but I will try to ask him later and see if he says it's okay.
Very good, your father says, and you continue walking. All now to arrive here, where you have a number of allies in for this ambush. Julia and Jarvis, Lucy's two assistants, shall we call them, are here. Grace DeLune, a noble woman, is, as well as Benevolence Deathbinder Jr., Shael's father.
Oh boy.
I'm being punished for something, aren't I? I am being punished for something that you
Although
brought him
Dad has to help
along.
us. That
Oh my
God.
helping us.
What am I
Everyone's
being
dad's
punished
gotta help
for?
out.
Jesus
Up.
Christmas.
Here, you can
Oh,
see
goodness, I'm having
the sewer
PTSD
pipe.
flashbacks for freaking Shelly. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that out loud.
There
My
are
God.
3 sets of stairs or ladders, your choice, which will ascend to the exit to the sewer pipe. And a small wooden area here around which it dumps out. You can see Virgin guards up upon the walls, but their patrols are mostly haphazard. They don't seem to be making much notice of your focus here. So, How would you like to set up this ambush?
Do we need to stealth this because the Virgin people are watching, or they're just there?
Don't worry about it. They're just there.
And I'm going to kind of sort of look over at Lucy and go, well, I mean, like, this is kind of sort of your guys' plan. Where do you want us?
Right. So, so for my two compatriots, actually 3 compatriots, I guess, if I'm including Grace,
Right.
is Grace a combatant, or is she just kind of there?
She's a combatant.
All right.
I just gave access to Julia and Jarvis to you, Lucy. They should be in your Virgin City journal.
Okay. My Virgin City. There we go.
Second, I need to lock this in, but we should be good. All right. I will run Grace and Papa Deathbinder. All right.
So many bad ideas.
Okay,
now.
here we go. So here's Jarvis. What he has.
They're both
Okay.
fairly base level rogues.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So I will have them. Let me get like a nice wide view of things. And way up here in the north is the exit of said sewage.
Correct.
So I'm gonna have.
Let's do a thing right now. Shoot.
So let's.
Yeah, are we positioning right now for?
So let's
Yes.
position essentially.
You have free
Alright.
reign of the map at this time.
Okay.
You have the
Um,
drop on this situation.
Yeah. So what's gonna
Are
happen?
these
is-
platforms, are they high or low compared to the...
They ascend as you go up.
So essentially it sounds like for most of us, we want to kind of sort of be quote-unquote hiding behind the steps, like in the quote-unquote like low part.
Could be. There is
That
a
would be
drop.
because like it doesn't feel this doesn't seem like there's a lot of actual like cover. It just seems
Yeah.
like the
more for
elevation is going
the-
to be what throws them off.
Right.
Is this tunnel like high up that like then drops down, or is it like already starting at ground level?
So it is high up, and that's what the wooden platforms are there to elevate to. They're essentially
Lead to.
maintenance walkways. The water spills below that little plank bridge down probably 30 feet all the way down to the ground level beneath it.
So I'm gonna have these two here where they're on the steps, but where the top is like just above their head so that they could be hiding
Sure.
using the elevation. So I'm gonna have them hiding.
Go ahead
And
give them a hide
for
icon.
Grace.
Alright.
I
But
don't.
that's where we want to be, huh? Is over
I have
here.
control of Grace.
Yeah, I'm assuming Grace is a spellcaster.
That's right.
So I guess.
Don't worry
Just
too
out of
much about.
curiosity.
Don't worry too much about Grace and Papa Deathbinder. You all just figure your own positions out, and I'll run for them.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna be next to our frontliner here.
I'm actually
It's-
considering if I want to be like right up on that pipe because I
Does-
have little legs, as we
Yeah,
discussed. And
Does
I would
Mara
still
want
get,
to be
like-
invisible?
Yeah.
Does
I
Mara
would
want to
love
be
that.
invisible for right now?
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
I'd love to be
Once-
invisible.
My once a day
Oh, yeah.
invisibility.
I can be invisible Big Mara.
I was gonna say, do you want to eat your biscuit then go invisible?
Oh,
Yes. I'm gonna eat a Popeye's
Alrighty
biscuit.
then. There it goes. Eat,
All right,
you
all right,
eat
hang
your
on, all right.
Popeye
Rosie
biscuit
digs-
and then
Rosie digs into her bag to. At this point, I can't even remember where the biscuit comes from.
It's a cookbook.
Who knows?
It's there.
It's a magical cookbook.
Oh, it is the cookbook. It's the
It's a
cookbook. That's right.
cookbook.
You read the magical cookbook and then manifest a
Yep.
stale
Alright.
Yes,
biscuit.
and the stale Popeye's biscuit magically appears inside of the book. Yes, I remember this.
The
now.
magic Popeye's
Um,
biscuit.
Frigging whatever side of the
You can have a
pipe,
sponsorship with this
wherever
many
you're
mentions.
hiding from,
Mhm.
wherever you're
Popeyes,
hiding,
get your
Rose
stale
is gonna
biscuit
kind of
today.
sort of like crouch down along the steps on whatever side Mara's hiding from. So I'm gonna be like prone in like the valley of the step,
Yeah.
so that no one can
I'll
like
probably-
see me right away.
I'm gonna tuck myself into that corner, large and invisible.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, all right. Let's put us up here. And see how we do. But from there we'd need to have a vantage point. Like this would be the exit down here almost by the water because that's the sewage.
Yeah, so the water is
Does anyone wanna-
a giant drop. So the way that the path would be for anyone exiting the sewer pipe would be like this or the opposite.
They come out onto the okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Does anyone want to hide out on top of
I
this
was
pipe?
thinking about that. That would be an amazing place to be. Do you want to put the rogues up there?
Maybe one
You
of
know
them?
what? It makes sense. The issue with that is that once they are exposed, they're not going to be able to do sneak attack.
Oh yeah, and like hide them. Well, they can. Is like this ledge is, I think, the same level. I don't know how far back it goes. If they can like still,
Hmm.
I don't know.
It's a gambit. It'd be a gambit to put them up there.
Yeah.
Are these ladders or bridges?
Ladders.
They're ladders.
Yep.
Then I think they could be on the ladders.
Okay.
And like kind of like because it looks like they have hand crossbows, so they could be like waiting on the ladder, and when there's time, they could come up, take a pot shot, come back down, hide, and just kind of be doing that. So I think that'll work.
Do I have this here?
And that'll allow them to be within range without having to roll. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Grace is gonna go sit up on top of the pipe.
Yeah. So we basically
Good for
have
her.
all escape routes covered. Like if this is a way out, this is a way out. Like we basically got all points covered at this moment.
Yeah, as far as I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
If
so
they wanted to like jump into the sludge, that'd be gross. But
Yeah.
That'd
you
be
can still get
fine.
them.
Grace is
That'd
sitting
be
up there,
fine.
reclining, lounging on top of it like it's a large couch or something that a noble would wonderfully lay on.
Mara's a little like
yeah, yeah.
at the like the nobleness of it.
Also, I should mention this place does not smell nice.
No.
Yeah, this is why we didn't want BB here. We don't need sewage smell and a zombie dogs.
So
Like
Shael,
roll around in the
your
garbage.
father is now gonna take a knee next to you. I imagine you're kind of crouching down a bit and say, what's the occasion for all the sneaking around? Shael, are you involved in some bad business? Is this crime?
Is
Okay,
this crime?
Well, up until a little bit ago, no, I wasn't involved in anything bad, but we are actually here. There are bandits residing in the sewers, and they are not nice people, and they are a threat to the city. So I agreed to help fight the bandits. So we have one less threat in the city before the big threat comes. And well, actually, the person who found BB is not a nice person at all, and I owe him, well, a little bit of payback for something he did to myself, Emma, and Rosie when we interrupted what was a criminal organization. So that's really why we're here. And I didn't want you to come along because I didn't want you to know, and also maybe not get hurt while we are fighting bad people who live in the sewer.
Me? Get hurt? He says. Who do you think I am? I'm invincible. Says, now, just how bad?
Copyright.
Just how bad are these guys?
Well, I'm not entirely sure, but I think very, 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 very bad. Bad enough that we should put an end to them, and well, some people might die. Hopefully not us, but some of the bad people might end up dead.
Okay, so he's gonna walk up the stairs. And
Wait, where?
Shael's been
you-
doing crimes.
He's gonna say,
Where-
stay
yeah,
right,
yeah,
stay
war
right there, Shael.
crimes.
Stay right there.
I don't know where you're going, Papa, but maybe don't do that.
He says,
Um,
right. Madam Mara, please. Would you take about 5 feet step back that way?
She's like, oh, me? Oh,
Yes, please.
sure.
And you,
uh,
Mrs. Lucy, would you please just a bit to your left, just a bit.
I don't know what you're doing, Papa, but it might not be a very good idea. We were trying to not let them know we were
Don't
here.
worry, I'm a savant at this. The wood won't be damaged. We'll still be able to walk around up here. Madam Grace, please just let me know when you hear footsteps in the pipe, and then you'll have a minute before things happen.
Okay.
why?
I'm not sure exactly what you're doing, but all right, Papa, I will trust that you know what you are doing.
I'm quite curious on what's going to
I
happen.
know.
Here. Yeah.
I created his character sheet, and I don't know what he's doing.
All right.
I feel
created him.
like Mara and Rose have heard so much about him.
Yeah, Rose has a fairly good idea. She knows what's about to happen, and fears for the safety of everyone inside that pipe.
Yeah.
So,
Papa's
Mara's
over here
got a
like, I'll
hunch.
just get more people for my
Rose is
zombie
like,
army.
She's just like, I'm just gonna take out my sword, I guess.
the plan is set.
Yes.
Within the sewers, the devils march to herd their prey
boy.
towards you.
Wait, where'd they come from? What the hell is going on?
Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry about that.
Damn it!
They're
Don't
on
worry
your
about
side.
that.
Like a double
now.
cross of a double cross? What are we doing?
In Carnival Row, one of the main exits to the sewers, a web is set. And Solani spins it and kind of hums and haws hidden atop a roof, waiting for any to attempt to bypass through this way. And now, from that pipe, do come the first footsteps. Clop, clop, clop. You can hear the splashing of people
What?
walking through that water, that terrible, disgusting water, towards your location. And then you see the first pair of them. Bandits like any other, thugs perhaps, merge, kind of looking around. You're all in hidden positions immediately, so from that vantage point, they won't see anything, but I should note, just before they emerged from that tunnel, Grace gave the signal to Papa Spellbinder, who spun a small bead of light around his fingertip and just hucked it towards the base of this board, and it sits just like a match, not lighting anything like a fire, but just laying there on the ground. And so I'm going to have these thugs roll some perception checks to see what exactly they can discern.
Does Rosie know what this is?
Make an Arcana check.
See, that's
Like
always
I said,
dangerous because I'm not actually
He
a
made
fucking
his
wizard,
character, and I don't
but
know what this is off the top of my head.
I'm
I
not
forgot what spells
actually
I
a
gave
wizard,
him.
so this...
The thugs
This
are
will be
nonetheless
the
going to
bonus.
say, "All clear out here," and they're going to step over to this position, from which they are looking out. They are continuing to inspect for the second. They are not going to see anyone, but that is
Gael's
only
hiding behind her
momentary.
father at the moment. She's just hiding behind him because she doesn't know what the hell's going on. Oh God! No, you are not a wizard. You're not.
Glad
You
we
are
got that out of
not.
the way. I mean, Rosie still knows explosions, so like I'm like,
Right.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
these
Yeah.
two guys are going to come out and immediately
Rose
wrap the
knows,
corner.
Rose knows things are about to go.
One
bang.
of them walking headfirst into Mara with a "Bah!" And from there, immediately things begin.
Wait, I'm invisible, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
Don't
He's
worry.
just hit a giant immovable wall.
In that case,
Ow!
it's Rose that gets seen, who is crouched on the stairs, but nonetheless in line of sight of these spies. And then the next two are going to come forth from the tunnel. These two very tough-looking ladies. At which point, Benevolence Deathbinder is going to snap his fingers and detonate his delayed blast fireball.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
there
what
it is.
was
All
gonna
right.
happen.
Ah,
Jesus.
But buddy.
All right. I need to do.
Papa
Yep.
Deathbinder is no joke, really. Neither is
Mara-
Ruby. They're both no joke.
Mara gets a eyebrow singed off.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
right in front of her.
All right, and let's just cast
His
it.
skin's still in her hand.
Like her
Yeah.
bangs are like. What?
Ooh, that's not a bad spread.
Let's see. I need to check through
Oh.
this.
No, that's pretty good.
Where do
Yep.
we
That's
have?
well above
Yeah.
average, I think.
Please see.
Jesus.
Yeah, slightly. Yeah, it's higher than average.
Trying to get. There we go.
56. Jesus
18. All right. Spell save DC is 18, so let's get rolls for all of your foes.
I'm assuming including the ones that are inside the tunnel.
Yeah. The next file behind these two are not vulnerable, but the 6 that are on the map are rolling.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the fumes and stuff from the sewage also catching fire.
Ooh.
Honestly,
Uh-oh.
that's my concern. Is
The blast fades. As a controlled expression of magic, it does not damage the terrain. Grace
Wow.
rolled back on the pipe, avoided the blast, and so this means that these two bruisers are both going to take full damage, which is, Jesus, 49. All right, they're
Yeah.
in bad shape.
they're still standing? My God.
Oof.
And then we've got the thugs, which both fail and are killed.
Nice.
We've got the spies, one of which succeeds. The other one is definitely toast ski. And so half of 49 is going to be 24.
Aw.
So he is still up, if only barely. Everyone, roll initiative.
All right, let's go.
Let's go, boys.
My God. I don't know how I roll so well for initiative with her with a +1. I really don't. Like it doesn't make sense.
Baffling.
Yeah, no, she should not be that high in initiative ever.
Alrighty. Looks like we
Jesus.
have everyone initiative. Here we go.
Yeah,
Shayal,
crap.
you act first.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
God
The
damn it.
foes rolled a friggin' 5. Awesome.
All right. Well, I guess she's gonna go with this fool right in front of her, and God's sakes, this is gonna be so cruel considering that he just got blasted with a bunch of fire.
Papa Deathbiter, don't mess around.
No, he does. He does not. You're not wrong. We're gonna do. We're gonna start off small here. We're gonna try. Goddamn. We're gonna try one of these.
That's a hit, and that'll do it as
Holy
this man begins
crap.
to feel what remains holding his body together melt away with that as he crumples to the ground, almost a pile.
That how did I roll a 20? That almost seems wrong, a 27, but it's a +10 to hit. My
Well,
God.
did you add that wand of the War Mage +2 recently?
Yeah,
That'll do
that's
it.
where that came from. That's where that came from.
Sheesh.
My God. Okay. Well, that's a thing that
Plus
just
two- You
happened.
start noticing that too, and it's a plus to your spell DC.
Yeah, it's well, it's a wand of the War Mage, so I get a +2 to attack spells, so it's a +10 to even the cantrips. I still feel like that's okay. And then there's nothing she could really do about these two fools here.
All right,
But you
then.
know what? She's gonna start
All right,
shoving
we
her
got 'em.
father back down the thing. Like, you should maybe find somewhere to hide now. I'm guessing they're very angry.
He'll grab your shoulders and move you around him.
God damn it.
And
Bear will
Uno
protect you.
God damn it. If
Alright.
only he knew what his daughter's done in combat.
Lucy, you're
my
up.
God.
All right. With this great show of spellmanship, Lucy is gonna climb up this ladder, kind of look around. It's like, wow, much better opening than I expected. It's only right to follow up with something nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and dance macabre. And all 4 corpses are gonna turn into zombies.
Oh God! You just made a best friend in Shael's father.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Shael's father's mouth glows with a grin
God
as
damn it!
these undead rise.
Oh
I will
God.
have you
God.
undead tokens in just a moment. I have them here somewhere. Here
Damn
we
it,
are.
Victor! Damn it!
The
Don't
one next to
encourage
Mara
this.
like starts to stand up and she's like, Jesus.
Don't encourage this, please.
Oh.
All right, these are going to be right next to your other characters in Virgin
Oh, jeez, I
City.
hate these things.
Okay. And do they get to go ahead and just take an action, like take their turn, or
Your bonus action, right?
No, that's
yeah, on
it
my
says-
bonus action, I can mentally command them.
Oh yeah, you command during their next turn. So you command them, and then on initiative count 1, they'll act.
Yeah, so just bonus action. I'm just gonna tell them, it's like, take it with the rest, will you? And they're just gonna, on their turn, just start attacking everyone that's coming out of the sewers.
Fabulous, darling.
Yeah,
All right, Mara, you're up.
that's my turn.
All right, yeah, she like composes herself.
Oh, I'm gonna come back down, by the way.
And she's like, well, it was nice while it lasted. She's gonna sneak up on these 2 women here and like from invisibility.
You have advantage on the first attack roll if you'd like to take it.
Yep, I would love that.
Why?
Swing.
This isn't for you.
All right, she's almost down.
Yeah, the Mara.
All right.
Yeah, the Mara. Oh God.
Another one.
Nice.
Okay, she is very down.
Nice.
And then
Big.
3rd attack because level 11.
10
There you
hits.
go.
Oh no.
Still standing.
And
You're gonna have
I'm
to
gonna-
climb atop this corpse.
all right.
Though, let's be honest, with that strike, she probably plunged into the drink, and you're here now.
Probably.
Yes. Actually, can I move? Can I actually move to the other side of her so I don't have an opportunity attack? Because I still have my halfling sneakiness, even if I'm big.
Sure. There you go. Oh, you're big. Jesus, I need to update you to
Yeah.
be big. Big
Yeah.
Mara!
Wait a minute, you're trying to
Big
move
Mara.
past her?
Jesus.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
you just shove her off the thing as you move past?
I mean,
But
I would
you're
have to
so
like
big.
take an action, whatever.
All right. Do you want to roll superiority dice, or is that your turn?
That's my turn. I'm gonna save it.
Rosie!
Well, Rosie was about to ask the question of how the hell do we get around Mara? Okay, problem solved. Rose is going to move up to here. As she does, going to kind of sort of look over Lucy. These are friendly, right?
Of course.
Okay, and we are going to let's do 10. Can I take a quick peek down the tunnel to see what is there?
Yeah, make a perception
yeah.
check. It's dark in there. You can see the crouched outlines of 2 figures who are in the tunnel amongst a line of many figures behind them. The 2 up front, however, are a familiar figure. You believe you can see the outline of Rodrigo Alejo from Dalefen. Next to him is a halfling man who you don't recognize.
Uh-oh. You about
Oh,
to die,
no.
Rodrigo.
What will you
Oh
do?
Glad
no.
I saved my shit.
Oh no. Mara's gonna have
Rosie's-
to kill her
Ro-
husband. What?
Jesus. We'll get there when we get there.
Hang on. Sue, high or low?
Hi.
Rosie chooses violence.
Always choose violence. Why is that even a question?
Well, because Rose isn't sure this is actually a good idea, so she's just going to choose violence because it doesn't make sense to activate Spirit Guardians. It seems kind of dumb.
And destroy Papa's new army members? Come on now.
Yeah.
Rose is going to. This is a how foot wide tunnel?
It's a 2x2 at this point that you're looking down.
All right, Rose doesn't matter. 20 feet high, 60 feet long. Wall of fire right down the line of the tunnel. And I am going to upcast this to 5th.
Oh golly!
just because I can.
Oh no!
I think the roll was kind of garbage, but still.
All right, you have caught the hand with their pants down. Let's get some rolls in here. So first, we're gonna roll 2d20 for the work. Okay, so the workers who are carrying crates and some of the cargo is absolutely incinerated. Then we have some of these folks. I'm gonna say you get 4 of these guys. Because how long?
60 feet.
60 feet, and the damage is 27. Okay, so one of them takes... No, none of them can survive. So all of these mercenaries are dead. Okay. I'm just Xing off tokens that aren't even on the map yet. Amazing. Wonderful.
Big.
Wow.
And let's get the... Yeah, this would be 2 more of these folks. Let's get the... Where are they? Our bruisers again. Okay, they're both going to take the full 27. You're going to get this fellow. Bring them all in right now. Okay, he saves. Takes 13.
Hi, Milo.
Let's get this fellow.
Yep. Can I help you, sir? We're trying to do math here.
That is a
This is
27
Wendy's.
points.
I'm trying to figure out how much fire damage I just did because I'm a terrible person and you're in the way.
Milo's like, I'm here to help. It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh God, Dave.
And Dave takes full damage.
Dave, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm sorry,
He's not
Dave.
an
I
athletic
can't
man, all right?
Listen. I don't
Oh,
know that
God.
Dave. I don't know that Dave is actually back there.
Yeah.
Oh
Fix
no.
that.
Nope. Don't
Give it
know.
is Mara.
All right.
Yeah, why is he with the bad guys? Come on, Dave.
All right. So to that wall of fire, Grace DeLune's gonna say,
Yeah.
"Oh, good shot! Here, I'm up next. And crawl up towards the edge of the pipe.
Rose is just gonna back up 5 feet and just kind of sort of like, gently bow as I just sort of move back and go, yeah, I did a thing. Okay.
So the wall of fire, it is maintained, right?
Is concentration, yes.
All right. Okay. The enemy turn is up. You hear the voice of Rodrigo call up from the pipe. He says, "Stop! Stop, please! We surrender! We surrender! We have dead and dying!"
Dead and dying. So cute.
Yes, that's points.
Rose, if you would like to drop concentration, you may. Otherwise, we continue.
Rose is going to actually look at Lucy in particular and go,
As far as Lucy knows, Lucy is down to just take him out. So, I'm sorry, Tracy.
Oh no.
Well, we don't
so
know
sorry.
who's in there or who anybody is.
No,
Wait a
we
minute,
have no
wait.
idea.
Oh God.
Wait a minute. From where she is, can Shael hear Rodrigo yelling?
Yes.
Or is she too far away?
She can hear. Everyone can hear.
Would
he's,
she
he's yelling at
recognize
the,
the
top of his
voice?
lungs. Yes.
She would.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay. She is gonna start running over. Wait. Please. I know we came here to maybe punish him, and that's fine. I'm still okay with that. But before we do, I didn't get the chance to thank him for finding BB, so I would like to be able to do that first, before we finish the fight, whatever that outcome may be. So could we at least please let him come outside?
What do you say, Rose? Yes or no? Either is fine.
Rose will concede, and I will drop concentration.
I'm trying, Tracy. I'm trying for you.
I'm just gonna yell down the hallway. I can do that again. Everyone come out with your hands up.
So
bring some of the people who are not,
This woman was in the wall of fire. I didn't roll for her, but she couldn't survive, so she's gone.
Yeah.
Let's just clarify that, and then dump her into the drink and get them out of here.
Eat.
Okay, so this is still their turn in initiative. Rodrigo is going to come out first, football carrying the halfling, and dive into the water. Both of them are on fire. And Mara, you in an instant see Dave being carried on fire and motionless as Rodrigo just swan dives with him in hand into this absolute sludge down below, trying to bat out the fire desperately on an unconscious Dave.
Oh my god. Okay, we're still in initiative, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So next down the line comes this next individual who's going to present himself at the front of the pipe. And as he emerges, he holds two hands up wide so that you can see them. But one hand is different than the other. His left is grotesque, decaying, and about twice the size of his first hand. He says, "The hand surrenders to your ambush and to your cornering." None of you recognize this man, other than by that hand, which you, Mara, and Rose saw in your scrying spell on Dave, as the otherworldly hand which planted itself on the table where Dave was working.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Do I?
Context clues tells me he's probably the leader. Maybe.
Well,
He's
there's
the
a change
baddie.
in leadership, friends. Like, there's
So
definitely a change.
Rose's theory on this was that was not a person, that it was some kind of a creature or monstrosity. So seeing that attached to someone, would Rose be able to figure out what that hand
Quick
is?
Arcana check.
Like why it's Arcana again?
Arcana and history will take the lowest of the two.
Arcana and history.
The
I
lowest
mean, they both
two.
aren't great.
You don't know.
Oh,
As this
no.
man emerges and surrenders,
Oh, no.
are you all going to accept surrender and take us out of initiative? Or are any of you interested in firing? Because Benny J is ready to go.
I mean,
Wait, which one's
So
better?
here's a question.
Benevolence
So
Jr.
are my
no,
people?
As long
You
as
both
no one
Benny
has
J.
weapons, like if everyone's dropped weapons, then Rose is good. Yes.
The
there's, like, a
people that are
prepared
next to
action
act are the
spirit guardians
NPCs,
again.
so it is on all of you to order the halt. Because they will go,
Well,
and they will fucking blast.
Would Mara have given any sort of verbal anything like that's my husband there or anything to any of us?
I think, I wasn't sure because we were still in initiative, but
Yeah.
in that moment of him running out and her immediately recognizing that it was Dave, she would probably have shouted out, "Dave!" or something. And so she's ready to sheath weapon and jump after them. That's her move. That would be her next move. But
All right.
I don't know about everybody else.
So on Mara's cue of yelling out Dave and maybe that's my husband, my missing husband.
That's my husband.
Yeah, Shael would do a quick slap to her father. She's like, wait, no, I think Papa, I think that's Mara's missing husband. Please don't
Very good.
kill him. And Shael herself, when she can act, will try and do a thing to stop them from flowing down the sewage.
And Lucy, are you going to call a halt on your people? Or not?
I think Lucy is less inclined. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
I
don't think Mara would have told Lucy about that. So like,
yeah, like
no, how would
like,
you know who Dave is?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Lucy would probably have the insight to be able to recognize, like, oh, someone here is probably important. Probably the unconscious person. So I'll leave that one be. But the hand has to go.
I could do a thing. Hold on. Do a thing on the guy with the creepy hand. I might be able to do a thing with Rodrigo. I have to read the thing. I might be able to help.
All right, so this comes then to
so I guess we're
your
not out of
ally's
initiative.
turn. We're not out of initiative.
Yeah.
We continue. All right, then. So, Grace DeLune crawls up to the edge of this pipe, snakes her head over it, kind of calmly looking down on this man and one of his bodyguards, and begins to blow, exhaling freezing cold air that congeals into a cone of cold.
Yep, that's a thing that can happen.
Chilly.
Ooh, that's a terrible damage roll. All right, that's gonna be con save.
It's actually.
Of course.
And we've got the bruiser. Okay, they both save, so they take 10 points. She's bloodied. And then the two rogues are going to pop out of stealth and fire.
60 feet, 60 feet, 60 feet. I could do a thing. If they're within 60 feet, I can do a thing. Shael can once a day do hold person.
Okay, so those both strike, dealing a total of 11, 12. This guard is almost down, and they're going to drop back down and try and hide again. Alrighty. Benevolence is not fighting. Shael,
Zombies?
Oh!
Right.
The zombies act.
Oh, yes.
Go get them, zombies. Go get them.
Mara, will you allow the zombies to pass or not?
Yes, I will.
Okay. The zombies are going to pass and attack. So these are against the bruiser. She goes down. So the second actually is going to go splash towards this man for 4. And then 2 more zombie attacks. One of those will hit for 6. And then as they step back in order to take proper places, he's going to swing out a short sword at one of the zombies. And that is going to deal... Yes, it hits. 18 points to that zombie. This one is bloodied right here on the stairs. Shael, you're up.
Okay, cool. Shael can once a day cast hold person. She is gonna cast hold person on Rodrigo. DC 16 wisdom save, please.
Oh yeah.
Please work.
15.
Let's go!
Very nice.
You Mara got you. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So consider how he's in the water. Does he just drown?
I'd like to think he
We'll
just
see.
stops and the water just keeps pushing past
Yeah,
him. But
that's
if that
probably
gives
what's
us
gonna
enough time to grab Dave, I don't care if Rodrigo drowns. Oh God. So she's going to cast a spell at Rodrigo, and as the magic's flying from her wand, she's going to try and be faster than it and just go, I never get to thank you for saving BB. Thank you, but you're still a bad person. Wham!
Lucy.
Yeah. So this Rodrigo is which one looks, you know what? Rodrigo is paralyzed. So it just makes sense to just wail on him.
Okay.
boy.
He's 30 feet down in the sludge versus these folks who are like on the same level as you, just for context.
That's fair. Okay.
But choose your
you know what?
targets.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just kill this person, or attack that person rather.
Okay.
Where is the thing? All right.
The dice gods have a sense of humor. Don't tell me they don't.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it. What have
So
we got?
here we go. I'm just gonna go ahead.
The
I'm
dice
just gonna
guards
keep
have
it simple.
absolutely have a sense of humor, and it sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said that out loud again.
I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So strike, 7 points.
Yeah. Boo. Subpar.
Subpar. Oof.
Yeah. But you know, it's fine. My zombies are gonna do the heavy lifting, I think.
My zombies. Alrighty. That's Lucy's turn. Mara, you're up. What are you gonna do?
Okay. So in the last 6 seconds, she's trying to make a decision. I think seeing that Shelly has Rodrigo, who has Dave, is a little... It doesn't feel as immediate as it was when he was like literally on fire and they were running away. And this guy looks like really scary, and she also recognizes the hand from the scrying spell. So I think she's gonna try and like take this guy out as much as possible and try and unleash some pent-up rage a little.
Atta girl. Get him, Mara. Get him.
So
Nice.
11,
and
12.
I'm gonna add.
Those all hit.
Get him.
I
Get him. Get him.
am.
That's a lot.
Get him.
I'm gonna add a distracting strike on that last one.
Okay.
So next attack has advantage, and I also add. Sorry, take away that extra one. Add
it's
9
9.
damage to it.
Okay.
And she's gonna action surge.
Ooh,
There
it
you
is.
go.
So-
There's
mercy.
a-
No mercy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ooh,
Jesus.
Only one of them hit.
9 points.
But that. Oh wait, I had advantage on that one. On the
Did you?
first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because distracting strike.
So take one more roll.
Oh.
Yeah. Got to
No.
change it. God
Ooh.
damn.
Oh no.
I'm gonna add. All right. I am going to add a. I'm gonna add another distracting strike
Okay.
on that
Let's see
first
it.
one.
We'll just leave that.
Just to give.
Okay.
Yeah, ignore that 4. Add 7 and advantage again on the next person for the next person.
Rose is up.
She's just like like no form at all, just absolutely wailing on this dude.
Just completely taking advantage of this ambush position.
Yeah, like
All right.
Let them have it.
Rose, you're up.
Rose,
Get him,
Rose
Rosie.
Rose has 2 questions.
beat his ass.
Get him.
Rose wants to move to here very, very briefly. I want
Yes.
to look at Dave.
Yep.
Is Dave asleep, unconscious, dying?
He's unconscious and
Half
badly
burned.
burned. Yep.
Oh no. Sorry, Dave.
And how? Because I'm like, that's Rose feels a little bad about that. Let's see here. I can't get into that space. I don't think, can I?
Down here? You trying to get to?
the space with all the bad guys up here.
You could move, because she's on top of the pipe. You could move into this position within it, moving past the zombies who are friendly.
Yeah.
How many people do I see like in the pipe, like still?
Looking down it, I would say you can still see at least a dozen people, but they're a lot more sort of spread out, and most of them look hunched over. It seems as though the people that didn't get absolutely effed over by the wall of fire were the ones that just came up the front. Everybody else is still kind of in the tunnel. Ah!
Okay, so Rose has done enough damage down to that tunnel.
This is what happens when you force the big wigs of a criminal organization into a 2x2 tunnel and then cast wall of fire down it.
Yeah.
At 5th freaking level or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't be
I'm
evil.
not apologizing.
It wouldn't happen if they weren't evil.
I might apologize to Dave after I fix the damage that I've done, which I will do later. But I will start a little bit right now. With that, he can grab a little bit.
Very good. He is conscious and he is
okay.
No longer he's exactly bloodied.
Oh god, he's so
I
squishy.
will then move into this.
Oh my god.
This.
It was
phase.
5 hit points off instant death. That wall of fire.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Why is everyone looking at me like that? I didn't know that.
Oh god.
What did you get yourself into, Dave?
I don't know how many people are actually within melee range of me besides just the 2 I can see.
Just the 2.
But
and the
everyone,
zombies.
Just the 2 I can see. They both need. Well, the zombies, they have been designated IFF friendly, so they are not in. They are not in this con save.
Okay, no damage to the bruiser. No damage to Juvius Rot.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Or take great. Nope. Yeah. No. It's a save or suck. That is my turn.
All right. Your foes act. At this time, upon this man's face is a contorted look of panic, pain, and rage, desperation, as he extends that grotesque hand out towards you, Mara, pointing its clawed finger towards your face. He says, I am Juvius Rot. I am the hand. Die! I need you to make me a saving throw, Mara, against a finger of death.
Counterspell,
No.
counterspell. Does somebody have counterspell?
Everyone's just like,
Oh, I thought you did.
I do. I got counterspell.
Counterspell.
Roll your spellcasting ability. This is a higher level spell than your
The fifth
counterspell.
level? All right.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I just roll a d20, yeah.
You roll, I believe you roll your charisma.
I roll my...
I think it's yeah.
Yeah. Because the DC... What's the DC?
The
How am I
DC
trying to-
is 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay.
You're rolling against DC 17. Just roll straight charisma.
Ooh.
There it
That'll
is.
do it. And
There it
as
is.
the magic is snuffed from his finger, he says, "No!"
The dice gods are in a good mood today.
And
Mara's
he's-
gonna give him like the snarkiest little smirk.
and,
Like,
yeah,
aww.
he's completely out of options to his eye. He's just used his action, which would leave only movement, but the hand does not run. And so he's gonna stay right there, and this bruiser is gonna kind of take a whoa to his spell just failing, and she's gonna roll a wisdom check. She's gonna look right to you, Rose, take the maul in her hands, hold it up to you, and drop it on the ground with a click clang, say, and then back up down the tunnel 5 feet.
Smart.
That is them.
If she wants to move back farther, Rose will allow it.
She doesn't. Rodrigo is held. He floats down the river.
He gets to remake the thing.
At the end of his turn,
Yeah, he gets to remake the
Dave
wisdom
is gonna
save.
scramble out of there and say, "What, Rodrigo?" And he's gonna rush around as fast as he can, taking the dash action, and he's gonna grab hold of Rodrigo's collar, preventing him from sludging any further.
Oh no!
Oh my god, it's
That's
wait.
not a good move,
Oh
Dave.
no!
Oh no!
Oh, Dave!
You shouldn't be
Dave.
doing that, Dave.
And,
Dave.
Oh god.
That's
No one
their
has
turn.
told me outright to save you, Dave.
Damn
Oh
it,
my
Dave.
god!
If any of you want to call out, you can do so as a free action out of order. So not if
I mean,
anyone
Mara.
yeah.
I would think the
Once
wife
he's
of the
awake,
guy.
Mara is going to be like, like shriek in her like highest pitch like wife voice.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
he gives
she's just gonna
he gives
pause
a wide-eyed like "Dwa?" look and then he's gonna say,
yeah.
"Help me!
He
Help
knows.
him!"
He knows he's about.
He's at the
about to
cops.
have a conversation he is not
Oh my
going
God.
to enjoy.
Yeah, she's at
Oh,
the cops.
God.
Oh dear. Wait, and now Dave's yelling for us to help Rodrigo?
Assumes Dave.
Yeah.
Assumes Dave survives
Wait, I thought
this
you were
encounter.
holding
Mara
him,
might
so he
kill him.
wasn't floating down the.
Yeah, he's
sewage.
just grabbed
No,
Rodrigo
it
by
just paralyzes him, so he's
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of sort of sitting there like, help.
Oh, okay.
He's right now a human life preserver.
Okay, he's still paralyzed.
Alright.
All right. On
Yeah,
initiative
he
count
is.
1,
He is.
Benevolence is up first, and
Yep.
he's gonna have to take an awkward little position here, but he's going to move through friendly space and sneak into the tunnel just here, taking a
boy.
position, slipping right behind Mr. Juvios Rot, and say, "Nice trick. Where'd you learn it?" And he's gonna cast Finger of Death on him
The
Jesus
Uno
Christ.
reverse.
at 8th level.
Oh my god.
And that's going to be an 18 con save for Rot, which is a 15.
Oh god.
That's
a
Oh
failure.
god.
He melts
That's
away
a
into a
fail.
zombie.
Oh boy.
The gargantuan hand falls loose from his wrist, splashing into the water beneath. And he will rise a handless zombie, just and Benevolence will say, "You'll make a fine soldier. Move." And he's gonna start moving over to here now as a very undead body.
Yeah, Lucy's gonna
Yeah.
look over at Shelly and be like, "Why were you concerned? Your dad's badass."
Your dad's a man.
Like, I
So she's
like him a
got
lot.
Great. That's what I need. That tag team.
Oh god.
The 15-year-old has
Oh,
a look
no.
of like pride, but also just mortified, like
I was
embarrassment.
like, oh my
like,
god,
all right,
Dad, you're so embarrassing.
Yeah, right. Like, why'd you have to come along, Dad?
Come on, not in front of my friends.
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
Don't
that's
do
so-
your undead army stuff here. Come on.
Allied turns.
God.
Julia and Jarvis are gonna rush down and point crossbows at Dave and Rodrigo, and Dave's like, "I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Just help me pull him out." He's trying with his little halfling strength to pull Rodrigo out of the sludge. And so they're not gonna take hostile action, and Grace is gonna roll her eyes, say, "That was too easy."
Yeah, I agree with you, Grace, for once.
But with that, we are out of
Uh,
initiative order, unless Lucy, you wanted to do hostile action.
God.
Not necessarily hostile, but I did want my zombies to kind of like. Can zombies swim at all? How deep is
They
that
can
water?
try. You don't know. You can't see the bottom.
Got it. So
Gross.
like, essentially, like if the zombies could pick up the hand, I want them to pick up the hand and bring it to me. When they get the chance.
Okay. So, like little divers, sploosh, sploosh,
Yeah.
sploosh, they are going to go searching for it.
Cool.
That's
We're out of initiative.
unsettling.
Yeah.
All right. So, before she drops concentration on whole person, Shadow's gonna come over here next to Dave and just kind of look at him real quick and look at Rodrigo. Hello. Mara's husband, I believe. This man, he's
Yes.
not very nice, and I'm not really sure why you're with him or why you're friends with him. But he's not a very good person. So you should maybe step back because
Help
I think
him. He means
well,
everything to me. Don't let him die.
Wow.
Your wife is literally right there.
I know.
Word.
Wait. Okay, Mara's also not big anymore, just for the record.
All right, so she knows she doesn't have the strength to physically pull up a grown man. So she's gonna look to Mara and Lucy and everybody else. I'll let this spell go, and then I'll leave it up to you to save him because I wouldn't be able to pull him out of the water. And I hope you know what you're talking about because, like I said, he's actually a very bad man. And she'll wait, and then she'll drop concentration on hold person once she knows that other people are gonna grab hold of him and pull him out.
Alright.
Mara is running down the steps as this is happening. So I guess like you drop the spell.
Sure thing.
Yeah,
she's
she's gonna wait for other people to have a hold of him and know that they've got him so he can't get away again, and then she'll drop hold person.
Okay. Mara, are you going to go help pull Rodrigo out of the river?
She's
Or not?
once she drops the spell, can he kind of like she's a little stunned, so she's not like actively helping. She's just kind of like, what's happening?
Jarvis is going to step up then and look to you, Lucy, and say, shall I pull him out, boss? He could be a useful prisoner.
Maybe. We need to discuss this first. Before you drop concentration, Shelly, just let us tie him up first, if you will.
That sounds very reasonable because, again, he is a bad person and I don't want him to get away again.
So these two...
so I will gladly wait. Yeah,
Julia
she'll
will
wait.
wade through
She'll
the
wait till
muck.
they give her the sign.
They'll both tie him up, and then Julia will take a little step back to give space, but Rodrigo is now tied up.
Okay.
Covered in sewage, as one is. And then, when they give her the go, she'll drop concentration on it.
Yeah.
All right. He's gonna say, "Oh, my goodness, that was miserable. Oh."
Don't think you're out of trouble just yet.
He ignores you and reaches up and takes Dave by the cheek and says, "Oh, good, you're all right."
Oh no!
Dave says,
Oh,
"I'm fine."
no.
Takes pulls his hand away. Says, "I'm fine. We're in trouble."
Mara is like, she's actually not saying anything. She's like, her mouth is open. She doesn't know what to say.
Dave doesn't make eye contact with Mara, looks directly to you, Lucy, and says, "Right. You want to tie me up too?"
Are you saying you're with him?
I am.
Mara manages to squeak out like a Dave?
And he doesn't look, but
What
just
do
says, "We'll talk in a moment. We'll talk later."
Oh no. Oh no. You see, I am one for drama, and this seems very dramatic right now. You're gonna talk. You're going to talk. You're gonna have your talk
Did Lucy say
right
that
here.
to him?
Oh, absolutely.
Lucy starts eating popcorn. Just sits back
just like,
and
ooh,
num num
this
num
is
num num.
juicy.
So Dave is like, we'll talk in a minute, and Mara sort of shrinks for a minute, but then she's like, Avos, you look at me right now. What are you doing?
One of these. Like a guilty puppy that's been ordered to look.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna like get up in his face and she's like, do you know what I went through to find you? Do you know that, and excuse my language, do you know the bullshit I went through to find you? You know our kids are worried about you? What are you doing with Rodrigo?
I left them all personal notes telling them that I was fine, and I accepted reassignment. And I asked them not to tell you. Sorry.
Reassignment?
I've been...
She's gonna like...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I never wanted you you to know. I didn't want, and he's starting to hyperventilate a little bit.
I'm sorry to interject on this, but are you saying you've been part of the hand this whole time?
This whole time? I don't even know you. I don't even know what you mean hold out this whole time is. Yeah, I've been working with the hand. Yeah, how do you think I financed a family of so many kids? How do you think I bought such a big house?
Wow.
Wow. Listen, group, I know that we have a certain contract here, but I feel like you may have a vendetta against this particular person more than I do. So I'd be more than happy to take Rodrigo and deal with him myself. And you can take this other person and deal with them as you see fit. Does that seem reasonable?
To me, yes. And she will like look down at Rodrigo. In case you didn't hear me before, thank you for finding BB, my lost dog. That was very kind of you. But otherwise, you're a horrible person, and whatever happens to you next, well, you deserve it, and it's your own fault. And I won't be sorry. But at least thank you for finding BB. It was very nice of you. And then she'll look down at Dave, who's being kind of jerky to Mara.
Rodrigo will respond with a, "You're welcome, dear."
I'm sorry for whatever maybe is about to happen to you. I have a feeling it's going to be very bad and very painful. But again, I think you had it coming. And she's going to look at Dave and point back at her father and say, if you aren't nice
Your
to
father is
Mara,
picking you up from underneath the armpits.
I'm going to turn you over to Papa and Grampy. And if you're not nice to Mara and answer all her questions, well, bad things are going to happen to you too. It's like Papa's like trying to drag her away.
Just
and
trying to throw
like,
you over his shoulder and start walking away. No.
She's like wagging a finger at him, like bad things are gonna happen to you too, Mister.
The zombies.
God, I was not prepared for this.
Emerge from the river. One of them is carrying this grotesque hand.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, pet. Lucy will take a cloth and like wrap it around the hand, and
you feel a sense of dread as you're within radius of it, almost as if it is cold to the touch.
To which
the peanut gallery goes wild.
Sorry, my daughter.
Aww,
Little bean.
No, do not offer to buy her a hand of death.
No,
please.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it.
There we go. There we go.
Hand of death is a Christmas present. I don't see what the issue is here.
Yeah, do I get a sense that it's at least safe enough to touch if I'm not touching it with my bare hands?
50-50.
50-50.
No.
I don't like it. I'm gonna keep the zombie. I'm gonna let the zombie hold on to it for now.
Okay.
You have an expert here that might be able to answer. The one who just deteriorated what's his name in the chest. He might be able to help you later.
They're gonna take that off to the side, and we will resolve it later.
Yeah.
Rose, you've been up in the tunnel this whole time. I just want to pivot to you for a second. This woman is just kind of here like, I've got a bunch of hurt people over here. You're welcome.
Yeah, we're working on that. Everyone who's like actually able to walk, grab someone who can't, and be very careful. And I start doing like as much basic burn control as I can. I'm actually trying to see if I have one of the mass healing spells.
Worry not about your slots or prepared spells. My simple question is, are you going to render them medical aid?
Yes. How many injuries do we have down here?
Well, we've got these 5 individuals who survived the blast. Everyone else who was hit died, and then there's probably about half a dozen otherwise in there who are just outside range.
The half dozen people, we talking like, significant like emergency medicine, or like they just need a little help getting up, and then we can actually like bandage them and
these
get them
people
home.
are pretty hurt. Everybody else
They
that was struck by the wall is
crisp.
dead.
Yeah, they were burned to a crisp, for goodness sakes. Like, they need a burn.
Well, that blows balls.
Just out of curiosity,
so
so for those in the tunnel still alive, are they just workers, like the grunts of the hand, or are they like lieutenants and stuff?
Lieutenant's probably not. I mean, you've got one of the tough bodyguards. You've got a couple of their sort of street spies and a thug or two here, but they're
just
all beat up.
Yeah, so they're mostly just grunts. All right, cool.
As for leadership, the only people you know of are that elf, which you haven't seen, and Rodrigo, and potentially Dave.
Yeah,
potentially.
Damn it, Dave.
Damn it, Dave.
That's a lot.
Dave.
That's a lot.
So
the handful of people that I just kind of frog marched out of the tunnel with the assistance of Lucy's assistant. Basically they're literally like, Empire, like, hands on top of their heads, getting frog marched in a direction altogether.
Yeah, they're surrendering fully. Like when the first call for surrender happened, they were like,
everyone who can move their hands, put them. Either your hands are literally in a sling or your hands are on top of your head, depending on the level of burn. And I'm just kind of sort of just, okay, everyone, let's come on.
And you say...
there was...
Oh, hello there. You say yourself and Lucy's associate, she's not helping.
Yeah.
She's just hanging out on top of the pipe, lounging.
All right, well, you know what? I was hopeful that maybe she might have helped, but maybe I have to recruit... the other red-haired awesome person to talk some sense into the idiots who we're now surrounded by. And
so,
okay, everyone, come on.
Before we round back to Mara, is Lucy taking away Rodrigo?
Yes, absolutely.
And Dave's gonna grab his hand before he leaves and says, "Come back to me." Rodrigo says, "Of course I will, darling." But there's a look of almost resignation in his eyes of like, this could be the end, as Julian Jarvis take him away.
God damn it.
Oh, Dave.
So
Dave's about to get an ass whooping.
Dave is now slumped against one of the pillars that holds up these wooden builds and says, I'm sorry, Mara. I'm sorry. Sorry.
He's gonna like come and like sit on the edge of the water, or like sit down like and lean against one of the other pillars, and she's just gonna like shake her head and go, "Shut up! Just stop talking, Dave. I don't want to hear it. I think we're good. We're done."
Yeah.
She's gonna call after
I waited.
Those two.
You gotta know, I waited. I waited until the kids were grown. To move away. I couldn't do it to him, and I never wanted you to know. I just wanted you to know that I was gone. That's all that mattered. I'm sorry. I had to move on. I thought I could do it. Thought I could do the father, husband, but it's just not me. I gotta understand. I'm sorry.
I guess I just have one question. Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to watch your heart break.
She's gonna like bristle, stand up, look him in the eye, like look down at him as he's still sitting.
He's not making eye contact. He's just looking into the sludge.
She's gonna like glower down at him and say, "Davos Littlefoot, you are the biggest coward I've ever met." She's gonna call after Lucy and the other rogues and say, "Hey, you should probably just take him too. You know, he's one of the hand." And she's gonna like look at give Rodrigo a look. That's like,
and Rodrigo will respond with a
like she'll give him a look that's like angry, but also like
Yeah.
oh well, and say, and wouldn't want to come between these two. So,
Okay.
she's gonna have them come get
Dave will
him.
just soldier walk into the sludge, wade through it, shoulder high at the deepest, and come out the other side and present his hands for ropes.
When that happens, Lucy's just gonna look at the two of them, just like, wow.
That was some drama.
Usually I have something to say about everything, and yet, in this moment, what can I say? All right. Well, if you two are prepared for what's to come next, follow along. And before Lucy, at this point, Lucy, I think, is just going to go ahead and leave. Looks at Grace up top and just kind of gives her the signal to leave. Lucy is going to look back at the group and say, before I forget, I did promise you the second half of your payment. I'll gladly do so now. Lucy will toss another 500 gold. And so this is since this went quite well, in terms of actions, maybe not development, we'll look at Mara, and just kind of a small lot is my condolences. But if you all would either more gold or further adventure, you can find me at the end most days, or you could inquire about me at this address, and we'll give the address to the
Daloon Manor.
To the Daloon Manor.
Miss Fancy's home.
Yeah, and so I foresee quite an exciting future ahead of us. So I bid you adieu, and we'll go ahead and head out with everybody.
So with that,
yeah.
Tracy, would you like to have a conversation with your friends? Or is Mara beyond speaking right now?
Mara is keeping it together as much as she possibly can. But she's not really feeling like talking, and she's waiting to be alone.
Okay. In which case, we are going to move into the wrapping up portion of our session today. So, for Virgin City, this is our last session before the fated hour, when the Exaris force arrives to lay siege. So there are a number of things that, with the energy of brevity, I would like to get answers on and provide information on. This should only take several moments, or minutes rather. The prisoners of the hand most immediately. Lucy. Rodrigo will negotiate with the suggestion that while the city is falling, the hand is a powerful network that holds a lot of stability over the empire, over the continent. He is willing to make many bargains to keep his and his boyfriend's life. What is he going to need to make to keep that?
So I think now that we are in private company, Lucy is probably going to force them into contracts.
Oh, of course it's contracts. Oh, yuck. Okay.
Yeah, so the two of them are definitely going to essentially be servants to Lucy.
Okay. They'll accept.
So there's that, and then Lucy's going to want to know everything about this hand, this decaying hand that
Sure.
they now have.
Rodrigo will share what he knows, that it was a mystical artifact held in a dark wizard's vault before the hand breached it. And the man who you slew, Juvios Rot, claimed it, removed his own hand, and used it in place. He doesn't know what the hand is or its origins, only knows that Juvios was a generally kind man before acquiring this item. The moment he acquired it, his demeanor shifted entirely to tyranny, and he used the power of the hand, including the Finger of Death spell, to take control of the organization and rename it to a name inspired by the item.
Interesting. Which means it is a powerful item. I don't want to put it on my hand. I have too
Smart.
much fun as myself. Yeah. So maybe
Lock it away and think about it for the future.
no, this is so cruel. So now that they're when I sign a contract with them, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have one of them take this hand. I think it is.
Do you give them choice, or are you imposing it?
I'm imposing it. Yeah.
Who are you trying? Who do you want to have it?
Ooh, that's such a great question. I would say
Because they both will volunteer.
They both volunteer.
Neither wants the other to have to burden it.
Okay.
Nice. Aww.
Wow. What?
So, if I can make a suggestion for Victor's sake, before doing anything kooky with that hand, you might want to have a conversation with either Shael's father and or grandfather, who are both super high-level necromancers, and maybe get their input on what they might know about the hand, especially the grandfather, who has an extensive library about all sorts of things. And
That's
even if
fair.
he doesn't know, might be able to guide you in the right direction. I think you and Grampy Deathbinder would get along famously. So that is just my 2 cents, not exactly knowing what this hand is.
Grampy Deathbinder is away from the city at present. But
All right. Well,
Shael's father
you
would
got
be
the
willing
next
to
best.
speak if you would like to, Lucy.
You got
Okay.
the next best thing.
Shael's
Yeah.
father will consult his father's library and find reading on this hand which belongs to an ancient necromancer with aspirations of godhood. He will highly recommend that you not have anyone wear this item, especially if you don't want them to have aspirations of grandeur.
Okay. Okay.
And he would offer to seal it away in the Deathbinder's vault, if necessary. Or to even petition the Empress to seal it away in Emerald Spire.
I feel like man, out of character.
We can leave this
Zek-
decision if you would like
Yeah.
to think about it further. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
I would like
Yeah.
to think about it further.
Think about
Do
it.
the
really-
research.
Those
and
options are on the
everything.
table. So,
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
your research.
items. Rose, will you use some of that money to purchase a diamond and try to raise dead this young black dragon which Shael met?
I mean, I'd probably do some consultation, maybe with Papa Spellbinder as well. Like, make sure I'm on the right track, because I'm not a necromancer.
He will
this
say,
is not my bag.
Yeah, he will say, I'm not a cleric, but it should work.
Yeah, we don't want an
It's
undead
loaded.
black dragon. We want a.
Well, that's kind of sort of, it's like, that's where
Yeah.
I'm kind of sort of like Black Dragon. This is not Rose. Sandy's gonna be very upset with his daughter when he finds out that she revived a fucking Black Dragon. He's gonna be like, you did what?
It'll be
Why?
fine. The 15-year-old convinced you to do it.
And then
It'll be fine.
there's gonna be a lot of sarcasm and a lot of swearing, and then it's
It'll
probably a
be
decent idea. I mean, I wouldn't have done
fine.
it, but
The 15-year-old needs as many friends as
Rose
she
only
can
ever found
get.
out where is the Black Dragon?
It's in
Under
a
the park.
yeah, it's in a cave under the
Under the park. Oh, go on, babe. Easy,
Okay, so
Kumi.
it's
Kumi.
not like we have to go outside the city. It's there.
No.
No, it's under the park.
Yeah, it's
Easy
right there.
easy to get to.
Yeah.
Is the answer a
Yeah.
yes?
Yes.
All right. You will be able to raise the dead on this dragon. It will be exhausted, wary, and say that it needs to sleep for a month, which you know to be not true. It just needs 4 days. But it will...
Right. A week.
It will be thankful for what has been done and will begrudgingly accept that it can work alongside you to your ends. Largely, it wants to find those stinking gnomes, melt them all into acidy pulps, eat them, and then reclaim its treasure.
Yeah, they stole a lot of cash off this dragon, and that's part of the... Shio was going to use that as leverage. Like, if I help you find those gnomes that killed you and took all your money, will you help me defend the city?
You have no reason to suspect the gnomes have left the city, so the dragon believes that the city is his hunting grounds and the gnomes are his prey, and if an army dares to disturb his hunting grounds, then he'll have words with that army. So,
yay!
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Rose
Nice.
would also, in the days leading up, if the dragon wants to go gnome hunting, Rose knows people who might be able to help with that. I don't know how far away they are, but I'm really
We'll see.
upset we didn't get to kill that guy that one time, all right? I wanted to assassinate someone, and I had to be nice both freaking times, including today. I lit everyone on fire and then turned it off. That was...
Yeah, that was big.
Admittedly,
3 more
that was a
items.
nice thing, though.
3 more to go.
It's fine.
Mara,
It's fine.
what
Yes, sir.
are you up to? Are you looking to find Dave Jr. in the city? He's currently at one of the schools in the academic district.
Yeah,
Soon to be renamed something other than Dave Jr.
So yeah, she would look for Dave Jr., maybe Lex. I don't know who else is in
I can't confirm
the rest of
anyone
her kids that
besides
are in the city.
But yeah.
Okay.
But you can find Dave
she
Jr.
would-
with relative ease.
Okay, yeah, she would probably go find him, and like try and get him to leave, for his safety, and just like
Yep.
make sure he's okay. Like just running baseline, like, are you safe? Are you well? Get out of the city.
I'm safe.
Like
I
within
am
the
well.
next week, and
You too, Mom. Make sure you're not here when things get bad.
she's gonna like turn to leave and say, "Oh, don't worry about me."
All right.
Well,
so
you
Mara,
know.
you can round up all your kids and send them away.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Next item. These last 2 are going to be for all the marbles. There has been discussion of evacuating the city on multiple fronts, and Grace DeLune has a proposal to you, Lucy, of a very effective way to do that, with some obstacles. First, she'd probably need public permission. Second, you'd need to choose a location. And third, and easiest, because she knows where there's a large store of it under a manor, she'd need a lot of blood. But she could open a very large gate to the 9 hells that people could leave the city through.
So she's
People know about this
suggesting
Nine
that
Hells plan?
that we will. She's suggesting to evacuate the city of Virgin, like the city. She's
Yes.
suggesting to evacuate the citizens of Virgin City to hell
Yes.
to escape
Yeah.
the war.
Yes.
You know, first or second level, Dis or Avernus.
Your pick.
God.
So bad.
You know,
How
I'll-
much?
I'll be nice.
This might be out of character. How are we going to convince the entire fucking city to go to hell? Like, this is not even like the idea of like, okay, you can
She'll
either be in a
propose. She'll say,
battlefield or we
"Call
can
it
send
a
you
last
to hell."
resort."
Yeah, it's a last resort. We don't have
Alright,
to
that's
say
okay.
exactly where it is, but we could warn them like, hey, you're probably not going to like the fact that you're here, but you're not in a war zone. So
She's gonna say, "Oh, Grace would suggest
What?
drawing the circle and mark it
just
loop,
do it.
just like
Yeah,
in the
that's
most
fair.
public place. If you can get authorization for it, where the most people could go the fastest."
And let people decide for themselves if they want to go or not.
So that's something that you can propose to the Empress when you meet her in our next session.
Oh, am I gonna meet her? Oh, that's interesting.
Everyone
Sure.
will.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah,
That sounds.
I'll propose this. I'll
All
go
right.
ahead and propose.
Awesome. Lastly,
We're not proposing to start another session with a meeting, are we? Because I swear to God, I hate this.
no, don't worry. I've outlined the session, and the meeting comes third.
Oh,
There you
good.
go.
God
Yeah.
damn it. Oh, that's so much more reassuring. It's in the
Yeah.
middle of the fucking great.
What's funny, I bet you anything, like the first 2 bits are just like really quick, like 2 conversations. That's gonna take like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
A
And then we get to the
pre-meeting
meeting.
Don't worry, Rose is already preparing her regular positioned aneurysm. Oh,
Yeah.
God, why
All
are we
right.
doing another meeting? It's
Lastly,
literally, I cannot
Last-
get off
last
this
thing.
continent fast enough. The bureaucracy here is trying to kill me.
Shael, your father is going to outline and begin teaching you preparations to cast a reanimation spell, which will leave the target with a semblance of sentience and their former ability. This is a spell which would essentially raise someone from the dead to be back. It's pretty advanced. You do not feel confident that you can cast it, but he's also just starting to teach you. And he will express that this was part of a personal request from the Empress as part of the deal we made to supply Virgin City with the Deathbinder army. Empress Castival requests that if she dies in the battle, the Deathbinder family, all of us capable, would act to raise her to undeath to continue her reign.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
That is-
Virgin City might be more interesting than I thought originally.
Hell yeah.
So
And like
I will,
Lucy, like the more Lucy learns about this, the more it's like, oh wow. I thought about just leaving this place, but it might be worth saving.
and so that's where
Hang
I'm-
out at the Deathbinder family estate for a while. You might want to stick around.
I'm gonna leave us on that note. You all should have some things squared away for what is to come this week, and there should be a couple of questions which you should be able to present resolution to or have present in your mind as we continue. In that case, thank you all for your time and presence today. I will see you all very soon. Have a great afternoon.